the good woman.
So you're saying that women push progress?
Well, when you look at the whole reason on why God gave man a woman was to motivate him to be a better person.
Okay.
That's the whole.
Yo, that's facts, dog. The reason why most men want to be successful, not because to make their life easier. Also, we love to impress women. You know, we love to get the baddest bitches out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's why everybody trying to get like the flyest cars. You know, everybody trying to flex on IG, on social media because of women. Men, we do those things because we like the attention that we get from women. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So, and having a woman around you kind of motivates you to those things to become the best version of you, because you know, if I become the best version of me, I'm going to attract women. So I agree with him though. Facts.
Design of a woman is to bring out you to be a better man, to conquer the beast in you.
True.
How
that.
do you feel about monogamy?
What's that?
Monogamy meaning you belong to one man, you belong to one man, you belong to one woman.
That mindset only exists in the Western culture. That monogamy is only a European concept. It's a white man's concept. That in no other part of the world does that concept exist.
That's not true.
You're lying to me.
That's not true. In South America, monogamy exists. They might not.
I mean, yeah, they are part of the world that monogamy exists, but most men would prefer not to be monogamist if they had a choice to, because that's why you see most men say cheating, because monogamy is not something that men were wired for. You know what I'm saying? It's like we prefer to have different women. We might not have different women as a man chick, but we prefer at least to sleep with different women. I'm not speaking for all men out there, but most men, they will prefer to sleep at least with multiple women once in a while. They don't want to have the same punani for the rest of their lives. I guarantee you that that's how God wired man. All right, let me continue though.
Now, they might not be honest about it, but most, yeah.
When you understand different cultures, that's only a European concept. From African to Arab to every other place, there's no other.
Yo, she mentioned something very important. She said something, they might not be honest about it. So if someone is not honest about what they're doing, that means they're not really doing it because they want to do it. So clearly, like I said, men were not wired to be monogamist. Men were wired to have multiple women, at least to sleep with.
No other man is beholden to be with one woman. That's why when you study history, from the existence, from the mankind being created, no great man has ever had one woman. No great man.
No.
Biblically, none of that.
Okay. So how do you feel about women, great women that have had more than one man?
No great woman. Well, she failed. So she never you can't find no other woman.
She failed. How she failed?
She lost her kingdom.
Many kings have lost their kingdom.
No. Listen. But hold on. But you didn't ask.
And she didn't lose because her children.
Hold on. You didn't ask.
Great names and royalty.
You didn't ask me about kings who had many women. So I want to show you an example of something. You asked me about what about women who had many men, and then you specifically brought up Cleopatra, and I spoke to you about how she lost her kingdom because of that. You can't find no other woman after her who have had many men and who was great.
Facts though. She can't.
Exactly. So that's why I'm having this debate with you. That's why I'm having this. You can't no other. That's why even the Queen of England, she died and ruled for many years, had one husband.
That we know of.
All right, man. It's not in a woman nature to have multiple men, even to sleep with. That's why even modern women, those are the ones like considered as hoes. They still have that one guy they will smash, but the other guys are just good maybe to take them on a date. So most women don't like having multiple D in their body like that, left and right every night. They don't want that. They prefer to have that one guy, even though they might not be in a relationship with the guy. That's why we have that snake and link nowadays, situationship. So they still loyal to that one guy to sleep with, but they don't want to have multiple women multiple men sleeping with them because they were not wired for that. All right.
Listen, that's what I'm gonna tell you something about a woman. You won't know nothing else about a woman but what you know of. But everything about a bitch in a hole, you're gonna know everything about her. Not about a woman. A woman is always gonna be secretive and gonna be reign anonymous. The women today aren't secretive and they're unanonymous. You're gonna know about every man she slept with. But the Queen of England, from Michelle Obama to Coretta Scott King, you won't hear nothing about who they slept with. But great men, you will always hear about great men having many and multiple women, from kings and presidents.
That's the expectation.
But you won't. Well, that's not the expectation. That's the nature and that's the God design of a man.
Facts, though.
God created a man to be fruitful and to multiply. That's why a woman gets pregnant and remains pregnant for 9 months. And while she's pregnant, a man can continue impregnate other women. She can only get pregnant one time. So it's not designed for her to be with multiple men.
Right. No, I don't disagree with women, being with one man, but I do think that there's kind of like a double standard.
It is.
It's a double standard.
It's a double standard in nature. And we don't make the standards. We operate out of nature. We're humans. We don't get to make the standards of nature. Nature says man is more dominant than woman. Man is physically more stronger than woman. You can't deny that. And mentally.
No, they're not.
Depends on who you're asking.
Okay.
Well, you go to war.
Now, in general, yes, men are mentally stronger than women. In general, mentally, physically. So, I don't know what she's trying to, what she's talking about. Yeah, but let me continue.
That's not. That's physical.
That's mental.
Okay, yeah.
Because war is not mental. War, you stand in the woods. War is not physical because you don't really get to see your opponent. You guys are shooting from over here.
It's strategic.
Women
are going to war.
But women
get drafted. They enlist for the army.
Women aren't leaders. Women aren't
sergeants.
Women aren't analytical, right?
That's not true.
That is true.
Facts.
That's why women are nurturers and men are hunters. That's why when God created man and woman, one have a emotional makeup and one have a analytical makeup.
Okay.
Because when you ask a man, hey, how do you feel about this? What is he going to do? If you ask a man, how did he feel? He's going to tell you what he thinks. You ask a woman what she thinks, she's going to tell you how she feels. Why? Because one is a nurturer and one is a natural born.
Exactly. I don't know why she trying. What type of debate she trying to bring here? I mean, it's clearly visible, feasible. You can see that we are not the same. I don't know why nowadays women trying to be like men so bad. I don't get it though. Just play a role as a woman. It's much easier to be in your feminine energy than you trying to do both. Man, that shit ain't fun. But let me continue.
On hunter. So one is a thinker, an analytic. He's strategic. A woman feels.
But don't.
And you can't lead with feelings.
Listen, don't you think that you need both in every situation?
A man can't be a man in his feelings.
I'm not saying that. Oh, okay. I'm talking about like there's people that think that there's no place for women in certain industries.
It's not.
Like what?
It's not.
Like what?
It shouldn't be no woman president. It shouldn't
Why?
be because women aren't designed to lead.
That's not true.
That is
It's true.
Okay, so but we can push men forward and motivate them to be better, but we can't.
I can prove it, right? Women are designed to lead because most women, when they look for a partner to date, they're looking for a leader. Even though most of them gonna say, "Oh, we both gonna lead," we both gonna be leaders. I don't mind, leading a man, but they do mind. They're probably gonna take it the first few years. Maybe the first year they'll be okay leading the man. After a few years, maybe the third year, they'll be like, nah, this man, that's what they call men sissy now. Oh, this man is a pussy because he can, it's like that. Because he's not a leader and you trying to lead the relationship. That's why things doesn't work when a woman try to lead a relationship, because women naturally, they are not leaders. So yeah, you must say, yeah, we can lead, but you get sick of leading because you were not built for that. It's for men to lead, not for women. And every time a woman leads, disaster happen. So let me continue.
Encouraging and motivating aren't leading.
Okay.
Come on, baby, you can do it. Come on, baby. Oh, that's motivation, and that's the
True.
fuel to say, oh, I can do it. Come on, baby, you can do it. So that's not leading.
Okay.
That's inspiring, motivating. That's what your mother does. Your father comes
Yeah.
home and lead.
So, okay. Do you know who the Prime Minister of England was? What's his name? Fuck, I wish. He was the Prime Minister for Queen Elizabeth.
The Blair guy.
Tony Blair.
His name is like
Tony Blair.
But
Yeah, that's him. Tony Blair.
he was very vocal about how his wife, very, very in love with his wife, and his wife would tell him things to do, like behind him.
Again,
And that's true for a lot of these leaders.
Listen, that's why.
That's true.
Well, the wife was telling him what to do, but he was the one calling the shot at the end of the day. So we don't really know what was happening behind closed doors and what she was saying. She probably didn't even say much, but maybe for him to make seems like, okay, I have a great wife, I listen to my wife, maybe to gain some fame from women or feminists. Maybe that's why he said those things, but at the end of the day, he was the one calling the shot. So
Listen, that's why I say that concept is a European Western concept. You heard what she said. The Queen of England's Prime Minister. That's European concept. No man in the world listen to his woman. Because you have your woman, a man has to lead without his woman's voice. The woman's voice come into play when I'm feeling discouraged. Baby, you can do it. It's gonna be okay.
I
The
agree.
woman comes to give me hope. But she can't get out in front and lead me and tell me what to do.
Most women actually don't want to lead, to be honest with you. They don't.
Exactly.
They don't. But okay, so in society right now, I feel like, especially now more than ever, we're kind of put in a position where we have to lead because there's not enough men leaders.
No.
No, there are. You attract who you and what you are.
Facts.
There is.
Yeah, that's facts, man. Let me say this real quick, man. Relationships are reflective. You attract who you are in the inside. Most of what you are in the outside is not really you, but the real you is you, the inner you. That's who you are, and most of the time you're gonna attract those type of people. Like most toxic people attract toxic people. You see Christian Rock and then Blueface. The reason why they're both together, they're both good at being together because they're both toxic. And if you check the upbringing, the family history, it's kind of similar. Like you really attract who you are. And her saying that most men are not leaders, that's a lie because there's a lot of men who are great leaders. The reason why maybe she doesn't come across those men who are leaders because she's a more masculine woman. So those type of masculine women, they tend to attract better men who are not masculine. That's the reason being. So let me continue.
I've been married for 5 years. My wife got a leader.
That's fine.
All my friends are married. Their wife got a leader.
And I know a lot of women that are married too, that are fine being led by their men, and their men are leading them nowhere.
Well, how do you know she's just staying married? You're saying that outside their marriage.
No, I'm not saying
that. You just listen to what she just said.
Yeah.
She just said she know a lot of people that's married. Now she's obviously she's not married.
Women need to
No. You want to let me finish? I'm not saying nothing. Let me finish, please. You just said that a lot of women have to lead because there's not enough men not leading. That's not true at all because there are a lot of women who are being led by men. There are a lot of women who are saying a man can't tell me nothing. There are a lot of women who have multiple baby daddies by different men. So there's not enough men leading. You don't attract a man that can lead you. Because the women who are being led got a man that's leading them. Okay. And they're not complaining about it.
There's not enough of them.
There is. Y'all just can't attract them.
Facts, that's what I said. Yeah.
Y'all just can't attract them with the Western concept.
Facts.
Because America and Europe, the Queen of England and America are one. They are ruining the world.
The Queen of England?
Because that's our mother country. As Americans,
How is the Queen of England? The lady is dead.
What?
The Queen of England.
Do you know the history of the Queen of England in America?
In America, no.
The Queen of England, before she died, owned almost half the world's real estate. She's the one who, that's our mother country, that's our motherland, that's who we come from.
We were colonized by English.
We still develop what we are through England. The Queen, we speak English.
What I'm saying is, why is that the Queen?
Well, because the Queen of England, we don't still honor her for nothing. We don't still talk about Prince Charles and Prince Diana for no reason. Because that's who we come from as Americans. That's who own a lot of what we see in this country for the Jews and whatever. So let me just finish this. So a lot of the concepts and belief system that the world is fighting against is they don't want the mindset of Europe and America. Europe and America is gay friendly, LGBT friendly.
Yep.
Europe and America believe women and men have equal rights. No other country believes that. No other country in the world, not in China, not in North Korea, not in Russia, do men and women have equal rights. Only in Queen of England land and America land, which is the baby of Queen England.
So you're saying that we're failing as a society because women are holding positions of power?
Yep.
It's a part of it.
So then why are these countries that you're talking of ahead in everything?
Because the women.
Maybe because women are getting more involved?
Well, because we're losing our morals and our value systems is being destroyed because of our women are taking on the mindset of the men.
You cannot possibly believe that.
Yeah, I think those countries are still leading because they have such a strong system in place that has been built for years. Regardless who they're putting in power, it does not matter because the system is already there. Whoever's in power just go by the book. They can put a woman right now to be a president. That woman, I guarantee you, won't change much because there's already things in place that she has to go by. There's like she has to follow the book. That's why those countries are still leading, regardless if they give the women most position, higher position society or jobs, all that. They're still gonna be leaders because they have built such a reputation, a very good and strong system in place as far as politics. So that's why, even economically, and that's why they're still in power. They control almost everything. And that's the reason being. So that's just my opinion about it.
Well, more women support homosexuality than men.
Yep.
More women support homosexuality.
Yeah, more women have gay friends than men do.
Oh, that's true.
More women treat gay men like girls than men do.
Okay.
So more gays are comfortable with their girlfriends than they are with the boys. So they don't want to push the narrative of homosexuality to the kids. The women do. They support this more than the men do.
And you think that this is the reason why?
I think it's one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, biblically and religiously. But I'm just saying.
I think you're just picking it.
No. You're taking my points and switching them. I'm making a point about Western mindset in Queen of England. You're the one saying, well, what about this? Because I'm making a point. I'm trying to stay on point with saying this mindset only exists in England and America about women and men having equal rights.
Right, and I'm saying that these are the societies that are progressing.
No, these are society that's failing fast. These are society that's children are getting their penises cut off at 11 and 12 years old. These are the society that's passing laws where pedophilia can almost be.
So here's the thing, in my opinion, the way I see it. The society is failing as far as morally. We are failing. But when it comes to other things as far as economically, politics, or having power over other countries, America, England, they sit on top because of the system that has been built in place for years. But when it comes to morals and when it comes to certain things in society, yes, America are failing like super, super, super bad. Like bad. As far as like you see the killing rates going up, the divorce rates going up, like you're saying, like you see young guys are chopping the penis, people are supporting like disturbing behaviors like the gay community. It's not a good thing. I mean, if you believe in God, you believe in the Bible, that's not something you should be supporting. So yeah, as a society morally, yeah, they are failing. So that's facts. That's what I see it.
It's not perfect. I don't agree with that.
No, you just made a bold statement and said these are the societies that's progressing. And I'm telling you, these are the societies that's not progressing.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So these other societies that believe in murdering children that come out to be gay, you think that that's the right way to do it?
Oh, we don't have no evidence that these are the societies that's murdering children is coming out to be gay, because in their societies, children aren't coming out to be gay.
Because of the fear of being No,
it's not because of the fear. It's because of the culture that they're born into. You have to understand, these other societies have 1,000 and 2,000 and 3,000 and 4,000 years of traditions and culture. Not this European don't. They keep switching and flipping. That's why they have a president every 4 years that changes something. That's why they have a dictator, a queen of England, a monarch who says this. Those other people, tradition doesn't change. So that's why the rest of the world saying we don't like them. That's why the rest of the world said we don't want a part of what they. We go tell them that they should do this. So I'm saying is,
I think I'm on the side of progression.
They know the progressing as a society.
I'm on the side of tradition. Because tradition is what grounds us as a society. And America has lost its tradition because it wants to progress.
I think it's also hard, America doesn't have, people say America doesn't have culture, or that there's a culture, but the culture is pretty mixed because America was built from people coming from different places, Africa, Europe, Latin Americans. So there's a mix of so many things. That's why there's no like a core culture, value culture compared to Africa, where everybody came from Africa. So they kind of have the same mindset, the same type of culture. So they do understand that those culture has been in place for years. So compared to America, you have people coming from the Indians, you have people coming from Europe, Irish people, you have people coming from Africa. They all meet together, so they all mix, they're making babies, so it kind of messes up everything. The culture, just like there's no culture pretty much. So that's what it is. If you want to watch the full interview, I'm gonna link the I'm gonna put the link in the comment section. Yeah, can watch it. Other than that, catch you next time. Peace. I'm out.